Hello there, everybody. Spot92 AK Nightmare, and welcome to the finale. A story that we began over almost a year ago, and it's finally come to an end. And oh boy! Before we okay, a couple of things. Before we get started on Irae Amantes, I deeply apologize, considering I've learned that I cannot pronounce anything worth shit right now. Or anything at all previously throughout this entire thing. But to the DS Irae fandom in general, thank you. Along with my normal viewers, the overwhelmingly warm welcome that I have received from this fandom has been nothing short of just amazing. You guys have made this experience infinitely better than I could have possibly imagined. And before we got started, I wanted to go ahead and just give you guys a thank you for making this as good as it has been. Just good lord. I think I've already made my feelings clear. This novel's utterly insane. But you guys just made it that much more fun for me. And honestly, to everybody that's been watching and supporting this series, thank you. Now, one thing about this particular story, it is the only extra story throughout this that has a final choice. And I'm gonna see both. Now, I was told there is an order. And I'm going to do it in that order. There's only really two choices. I picked the first one first, and then the second option next. And then that will cap off the entire DS Irae Let's Play. So let's do this. I will also add my final thoughts at the end as well. Other Story 5, Irae Amantes.
全略お元気ですかアンナさん。私はまあなんとか無事にやっています。今まで返事が遅れてごめんなさい。手紙は届いていたのだけど現実を直視するのが少し辛くて、ありていに言うと逃げていました。ただがむしゃらに精一杯戦ってその日その日を乗り越える。そうしていれば何も考えないでいられるから。なんてダメですね、私って。それは一般に死亡フラグというやつじゃないかと最近になって気づいたんです。後ろ向きなまま進んでいるんだと分かったんです。リッテンブルグ少佐はもういない。あの人ならこんな時前を向けとおっしゃるでしょう。死者を抱きしめる者などヘドが出る。おそらくそんな感じのことを言って私を蹴り飛ばすに違いない。ええ、すごく簡単に想像できます。
Fuck, I don't doubt it. She'd be probably whacking you upside the head repeatedly.
だから立って顔を上げて前に歩こうと思います。少佐の鉄拳はまた受けてみたいとも思いますが、あれ痛いですからね。女じゃないんですよ、あの人のパンチ。
To be fair, Eleanor is a beast.
一応まあ私もそこそこ美人さんじゃないかと思っているので、パンダみたいな顔になるのはご勘弁くださいと。戦乙女は綺麗じゃないと無屈けき野郎どもの士気だだ下がりですからね。
I mean, I wouldn't say you're a panda, but then again, I don't see your old lady sprite, and I don't know.
ほんと、どいつもこいつも気合の入ったバカばっかりで、女性の9割くらいが聞いた瞬間に絶句しそうなことしか言わない超絶お下品軍団ですが、泥だらけで笑う彼らはかっこいいです。大好きです。なので私はその道を照らす光になりたいと思います。彼らが迷うことなどないように、あの笑顔が曇らないように。ちょっと偉そうですけどね。それが私の本音だから。アンナさん、あなたにも ビッテンブルグ少佐を失って道を見失いかけていた私をずっと気にかけてくれたあなたにも何かお返しをしたいです。だからこの手紙が届いた時に間に合えばいいんですが、聞いてください。彼がそっちに帰ってきますよ。ほら、あそこの舞台に有名人いるじゃないですか。その人がまた人間離れした戦果を上げたものだから、相当閣下に勲章を授与されるって話聞いてません？彼それに随伴して一時ベルリンに戻るはずです。確かな筋というか、実際に本人から聞いたんで間違いありません。でもほら、彼ってあれだから、どうせ何にもあなたに教えてないんでしょ。正直同じ女としてアンナさんの立場に立つとムカつくこと山のごとし。とっ捕まえて閉めちゃってください。絶対逃がしたりしないように。式典が終わった後でも少しくらいなら時間は取れるはずだから。そこでああやってこうやって事の顛末ちゃんと教えてくださいね。
Beatrice。
彼がそちらに到着するのは6月25日だと聞いています。鉄橋じゃん。そこでベルリンの赤い雨という2つ名の意味思い知らせてあげましょう。いやまあ実際うまくいっても女的には血を見るわけだし。
Beatrice! My god, girl!
あんた何軍隊お下品空間に毒されてんのよ。
I'm gonna have to agree with you on this, Anna.
アンナさんって処女ですよね。
And she went there.
やかましい。
私はどうでしょう。
I can hear Newt laughing in the background.
知るか見えはなバカ。
そんなわけで頑張って。もしかしてもう走り出しちゃったりしてますか？急いだ方がいいですよ。っていうか彼と九段の英雄さん絶対ヤバいです。引き離しましょう。あれはこうなんちゅうんですかね、男同士の絆ってのはぶっちゃけ燃えます。私もそういうのいっぱい見てきて正直ごちそうさまって感じです。変な趣味に目覚めそうです。
Okay, we're just gonna let that slide.
早いとこ手を打たないと二人の間に入り込む余地なしなんてことになるかもしれません。夜のティーガみたいな。
Oh my god.
ってあれ、もしかして聞いてないです？
Probably not.
まあともかくそんなわけで武運を祈りますよ戦友。今は遠く離れているけど同じ空の下から勝利を祈って。ベアトリス・バルトルート・フォン・キルヒアイゼン。
こうしちゃいられね
And off she runs.
え。もうあのバカちゃん。
I rushed out into the streets at full speed. Why was I in such a hurry? Why was I so close to panic? Well, it all came down to that day.
俺、前線に移動することにしたよ、アンナ。
It all happened in July of 1942, a bolt from the blue shortly after the assassination of SS General Reinhard Heydrich. He, who was merely a curator of old relics, would personally step onto the battlefield, and that was when the reality of the war finally began to sink in. Even though up to that point I'd only viewed it as something far and distant.
ちょっと面白いやつと知り合いになってさ。そいつ今は怪我してこっちに帰ってきてるんだけど、一緒に士官学校入ろうかって話になって。
Lotus, I can hear you talking about me back there.
I refused to hear a word of what he was saying. It made no sense to me. I think he began bragging about his new friend after that, but I'd already zoned out. And so I was ultimately unable to say anything.
じゃあな。俺行ってくるよ。
All I could do was watch him depart for the Eastern Front after graduating from the academy. I didn't know what to do if that turned out to be the last time I saw him. was too afraid to even imagine, and that made me feel like if there was a time to act, it would be then, but at the same time, I couldn't bear the pain. And I got left behind, sitting on the cold and lonely ground.
Yo, Anna. Sashiburi.
But fate was gracious enough to grant us another meeting. That friend he mentioned before was a genuinely incredible soldier, and would soon be receiving a medal from the Fuhrer for destroying countless enemy tanks. I was glad to have been able to meet him again, but
ずいぶん友達に差をつけられちゃったのね。もうタメ口なんか聞けないんじゃない？
うるせえな、ほっとけよ。
I found myself so happy and relieved I forgot to say the words I had prepared, and once again failed to take hold of his hand.
でもまあ実際、ミハイルはすげえよ。あいつと一緒に戦う限り、負ける気は全然しないな。
He's literally the all-ending fist.
He flashed a fearless smile, but I saw through it. There was no relief for heroes. The ever-worsening war situation wouldn't allow them even a moment's respite. If anything, being with that man put him in more danger. Average people attempting to fly alongside heroes would only have their wings burned off. I didn't want to see that happen.
なんだ、どうしたミハイル？
It labeled his name as Machina!
って、はぁ？
ちょっとロータスこっち来て。
うわっ、なんだいきなり。
いいから。
Okay. And now I had finally caught him. Truth be told, I hadn't thought anything about what I'd do once I had him. But one thing I knew was that I couldn't let him go just like that. And it finally gave me enough courage to... That's right. Courage. I liked the word itself, but I wasn't particularly fond of the expression of mustering it. It felt almost like an excuse made for being unable to tap into something you've always had, trying to reject your past self. It sounded like the useless whimpering of someone trying to cheer themselves up after a failure. I'd heard of people attempting to bring out their true potential via hypnosis, but I personally hated that line of thinking. If anyone had a problem with that, they were free to prove me wrong. Well, I mean, not like I was looking for a debate. After all, liking oneself depended solely on one's own perspective, and in this critical situation in my life, I wanted to be confident in my philosophy. I mean, I had no one but myself to trust in this upcoming battle. Huh. So? Oh! Oh! I clung to what little courage I had in my heart fighting my very own war. Oh my god, fucking look at Ren's face here. My biggest foe was my own cowardly self, who used to be so slow she couldn't keep up with anyone, and instead chose to stay behind the wall of false safety. It was an enemy of unparalleled power, a victory that would be hard-fought than the one at Villers Bocage. But I didn't want to lose. Besides, this very man was one of the few that came back from that battle alive.
どうせまた行っちゃうんでしょ。だったら。
I finally caught his hand. I wouldn't be letting go so easily now. So basically you're
あんたみたいな一般人、そんな都合よく何度も生き残ったりしないんだから。それならせめてかわいそうだし、最後にいい思いさせてあげようって言ってるのよ。感謝してもらっときなさいよ。
Is it just me or does Ren's hand look a little too big there?
嬉しいって言え。
I punched his chest, trying to divert my attention from the beating of my heart and the sudden urge to flee. It was the first time I'd touched him like that, but his chest appeared to be much harder than I thought. I was about to lose my mind.
あんな、お前な。いきなり何を言うかと思えば。
Lotus Reinhardt, an average soldier with no fame or fortune to his name. I doubted he'd ever land much of a career being the sucker he was. I could totally see him ending up at the bottom of the food chain. Honestly, it made me question his status as a man, but for some reason, I simply couldn't get him out of my mind.
俺、早く大社に戻らないといけないんだけど。
あんたバカなの？ウホなの？英雄様に夜のティーガーぶっ込まれるのがそんなに好きなの？あんな人殺しがやたらうまいだけのやつに尻尾なんか振っちゃってさ。
Oh my god.
ミハエルはそんなやつじゃねえよ。
うるさいな。私はあいつのことが嫌いなの。
I remembered the sequence of events that led us here. I realized I was pretty much making an absolute scene, but the thought of that this might be our final encounter was driving me crazy. And so I reached out towards him. I didn't want to let the tiny bit of courage I'd attained go to waste. I had to do my best to make this dream of mine a reality, at least for this fleeting moment.
柏場建築機私鉄十字章？それがなんぼのもんなのよ。戦争負けそうだから景気よく都合のいいプロパガンダに利用されてるだけじゃない。
He was so full of himself without paying any attention to how I felt.
口を開けばミハエル、ミハエル。何それ、超腹立つよ。
連れの自慢しちゃいけないのかよ。
私はあんたのことを話してるの。
I pretty much shrieked at him at this point, but at least it was better than crying. His relatively lax responses were probably a trick to soothe my spirits, but I wasn't about to fall for that. I'd already experienced how the wooer could claim lives in the blink of an eye.
去年エレオノーレ死んじゃったんだよ。あんな強い人だってそうなっちゃうのに、あんたみたいな弱そうなのがカッコつけてもかっこ悪いよ。だからせめて今くらい。
なんだよ。
私に甘えてもいいんだからね。
I practiced this line 100 times, but I still ended up stammering. My voice trembled. My pitch was all over the place. I felt horrible, wishing for the earth to just swallow me whole. I rehearsed it to sound like a mature, self-confident woman. I hit his chest again. Now I really was acting like a child. Gah! It was this painfully underdeveloped body to blame. I hadn't grown at all. I couldn't even seduce this bumbling half-wit. But there was no way for me to back down now.
甘えるならもうちょっと豊かな胸の方がいいんだけど。
Oh, you ass! You ass!
ラマ言ってんじゃないわよ。あんたなんかこれで十分っていうか、これでも贅沢。立場分かってんの？
何がだよ。
童貞のくせに。
Why do I have a feeling that Lotus would be like, how do you know that? I don't know why I had this mental thought of him just saying, are you sure about that?
うん。
Oh my god.
違うの？
さあ。
Oh my god.
おい、お前ふざけんなー。
Isn't that what you want him to do, though? No way. No way. I couldn't imagine a worse turn of events. Seriously? Did God hate me?
あいだ、バカ、おい、引っかくな、こら。
いつ、どこで、誰と、あんたは。
Or what? Did he assault some no-name village girl on the front lines? As in, har har, here's my booty for the day.
いや、違うよね。そういう肉食種、皆無だし。
Did you realize I'm still sitting here?
何を勝手に納得してんだ、お前は。
じゃあ、あれかな。
Other women in the army? I heard stories about some people doing that for luck or some other nonsensical reason whenever they got together in groups.
おのれ、ミハエル！
And immediately the thought of mocking her like,
Hey, Ren. Booty.
I hate that.
だからなんでまたあいつの名前が出てくんだよ。大体。
The traitorous bastard caught my arms as I decided to choke him to death, and all it took was for our eyes to meet to render me completely docile, as humiliating as it was.
お前の方こそどうなんだよ。
私？
ああ、言ってみろよ。
そりゃあ、その。
Did he really need to ask?
まあ、10人20人くらいは余裕でね。酒場のアンナちゃんで大人気だし、出兵前に思い出として一回お願いとか結構言われたことあるし。
Oh my god.
何よその目は。信じてないの？本当なんだよ。私とベアトリス、ベルリンの赤い雨って言われてるんだから。
あいつは全然男っ気ないじゃねえか。
私はありありなの、モテモテなの、引っ張りだこで
だったら別にわざわざ俺なんぞの相手をせんでも。
だからあんたは
From time to time, I couldn't help but think he was acting like this on purpose. Ever since we'd met, he'd never paid me much attention, to the point where I began to suspect he might genuinely dislike me.
ねえ、迷惑なの？
Which also led me to act embarrassingly clingy around him at times.
そういうわけじゃないけど、こんなの逆に不吉だろうが。
じゃあこの戦争終わったらうんうんってやつにしたいって言うの？そっちの方がすごいビシバシとヤバげな匂いするじゃない。
Fair point.
いや、確かにそりゃそうだが。
Glad we can agree on this.
だいたいあんた言ってたじゃない。今を生きようって。
He said so on Christmas Eve. I could remember it like it happened yesterday. The war could claim your life at any time, without warning, and that was why we had to appreciate our every moment alive. He made that toast himself. It was precisely because he taught me to treasure the present, that I was now struggling not to let go of my ephemeral moment.
そのあんたがケツまくってどうすんのよ。勝負挑んでんだから受けなさいよ。
そうは言うけど、男はメンタリティーな生き物でだな。
まさかお前じゃ立たねえとか言うつもりじゃないでしょうね。
Oh my god. I couldn't help screaming as I imagined the words that might have been lying in store for me. If that truly turned out to be the case, I'd really have a mental breakdown right here and now. With that said, I couldn't actually feel much hardness below. Oh my god.
任せなさいよ。へっちゃらだもん。私経験豊富だからあんたみたいなしょぼい男の一人や二人いくらでもフルマックスにさせられるし。おとなしく観念して、ここはお姉さんに委ねなさい。そしたら天国に連れてってあげるんだもんね。だから笑うな。
お前、泣くなよ。
泣いてないもん。
I vigorously shook my head in denial, sending tears flying in all directions as my hair slapped his stupid face a couple of times. This whole scene made me feel even more pathetic, and I started seriously considering giving up.
もう
In the end, I had reached my limit. I didn't possess a punch strong enough to knock him out in a single hit. I had no idea what to do anymore. When I was about to admit defeat, I heard a barely audible whisper.
私ロートスの子供が欲しいだけなのに。
A whisper nearly drowned out by the creaks of the bed.
Eh?
Who said that? Me?
あ、え？いや、なんだそれ。
Wait a second.
なんでもないから。
You kinda did.
子供欲しいって。
記憶を失え。
Probably not gonna happen.
お前、みぞおち殴るな。
Alright, I should have hit him in the head instead.
こら待て、そうじゃねえだろ。
He caught my arm as I reached out for the nearby flower pot.
落ち着け。いや、落ち着こう。深呼吸しようぜ。な。
Please don't hurt me. You okay there?
よし。で、
やっぱり死ね。
なんでさっきより物騒になってんだてめえ。
Whack, bosh, zwunk. For how long did we struggle? I completely lost track of the time. In any case, I looked down on the bastard who, in the end, refused to let me land a single satisfying hit. Both my embarrassment and my anger hit critical mass earlier, and at this point I found myself in an odd, almost transcendental state.
この戦争、あんた勝てるとでも思ってんの？
I uttered an honest question, a representation of my genuine feelings, ones that not even I had been conscious of up until now. I wanted his child. I wished to connect our present with the future. I mean, didn't we make that toast vowing to always look forward?
あんたが頑張ってるのもミハイルがすごいのも分かってるよ。 けどロートス、きっとダメだよ。負けちゃうよ。
Even an average town girl like me could tell how badly the war was going. It probably wouldn't take another year for Berlin itself to fall. Everyone in town was gossiping about it, and even the soldiers were on the verge of exhaustion. We couldn't take much more. I couldn't just tell him that it'd be okay just to let him play the hero. I wasn't that magnanimous. I didn't possess a chest large enough to appease his bravado.
だからお願い、前を見させて。この今が大事だから、あんたを先まで続けさせてあげたいの。
それはリザの。
彼女の受け売り。
As one of the highest-ranking officials of Lebensborn, she was not really someone we should address without a title. But despite her position, she still treated us all like equals, like old friends. Not unlike a family. A country couldn't exist without women and children. We would give birth, protect, and rear new life, so that the future of our country would remain bright. And now, I empathized with her philosophy from the bottom of my heart.
あんたが死ぬだなんて思いたくないし、思ってない。だけどロートス、だからこそじゃない。男が体を張って戦うなら、女も体を張る場所があるでしょ。それ、私にちょうだいよ。一人だけ置いてけぼりなんて嫌だ。
Lisa, Eleanor, Beatrice, the priest, Mihail, and him. They all found and fought on their own battlefields. I alone had nothing, and that vague sense of inferiority was one of the reasons I could never find confidence in myself. That was exactly why I could never find the courage to catch him, regardless of how much I wanted to.
だから勇気が欲しい。
I wanted light. I wanted this fleeting moment to take me.
ちょうだいよ。ロートスの子供欲しいよ。
俺は。
だいたい私くらいしかいないわよ。あんたで妥協するような物好きは。
I mean...
てめえ。
We both made troubled smiles. I felt this was good enough. This was as far as the tiny amount of courage I held in my chest would take me. I'd attained more with each day I'd spend nurturing his gift. Courage was not something to muster, but to give birth to and nurture, present to others.
じゃあ、俺からも2つ条件がある。
Oh?
何？
一つ、子供は、いや、孫でもいい。とにかく、日本に住まわせてくれ。
He gave me a childish wink. It sounded like one of his usual jokes, but...
俺が行ければいいんだが、ダメだった時はそうしてほしい。すぐには厳しいだろうけど、リザやベアトリスに頼めばなんとかなるだろう。コネ使いまくれ。
Oh... 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 I didn't know why, but I felt like I had to fulfill his wish, no matter what.
ずっと、あのクリスマスからずっと、俺は日本に行きたくてしょうがなかった。なあ、頼むよ、アンナ。ダメか。
ううん、分かったわ。
What's the other condition? His reasons were a complete mystery to me, and I had no idea when I could possibly do it, but I vowed to fulfill that wish. I felt that if he wanted to go to Japan that much, I'd end up meeting him there again regardless of what happened in the future.
それでもう一つは？
ああ。っていうか実は、これが一番問題なんだが。
He considered me with a stern expression, and...
立たねえんだけど、俺。
Oh my god.
いや、困った。どうしよう。お前リザの声真似とかできる？あれすごいエロくて
You
目閉じて聞けばガチ萌えすると思うんだけど。
You're so terrible, dude.
な。
Was there a Panzerfaust in this room?
ぶっ殺すぞこのふにゃちんが
And so this is the highly embarrassing initial experience that shattered Anna Schwaglin's maidenly hopes and dreams to a myriad pieces. However, it was also the moment she finally wrapped her fingers around the star she had sought for so long. A night that would remain embedded in the heart of tender little Anna for the rest of her life. Damn. Oh, there it is! Save. I do believe I'm supposed to pick... I remember that there were two key words I had to keep I had to keep an eye out for. The first, I think it was supposed to be, I'm supposed to pick the one that says happiness, and then the second one that says promise. So, this one first.
で、私は言ったわけですよ。こう想像力を最大限に膨らませつつ、きっとこんな感じでおっしゃったんだろうなと確信を込めて。
Huh?
女は所詮駄菓子に過ぎん。欲しい時にいくらでも手に入るものに私はいちいちこだわらん。やばくないですか？
I could hear a dim-witted voice somewhere near me as my consciousness gradually rose from slumber.
そうするとですね、リザさんの頬がちょっと赤くなったんですよ。間違いありません。私の目はごまかせません。
Oh my god.
当時、まあ今もですが、乙女はそういうのに敏感ですからね。伊達にせっかくのクリスマスを上官の横暴で犠牲にされ愛に飢えていたわけじゃないんですよ。かわいそうでしょ私。
それはまあ、その頃のキルヒアイゼンさんはまだ10代だったんですよね。確かに時代のせいとはいえもったいないというか。
You need to run.
そうなのですよ。よくぞ言ってくれました。
I couldn't believe this old granny would keep yapping on about her embarrassing stories from a million years ago to a guy decades younger. And she knows shame.
ああ、でも今のは減点1ですよ。私のことはこう呼んでくれと言ったでしょ。ベアトリスって。
I kind of feel bad for Kai right now.
ほら、もう一度。
ベアトリス。
はい、何でしょうか、カイさん。
You're in the house of God. Do not flirt with this young man.
僕はちょっと妹の様子を見てくるんで。
Yes, use your little sister as bait. Run!
あら、ダメですよ。彼女は今、かすみちゃんやエリちゃんや京子さんと一緒にレアちゃんの一生合わせをしてるんですから、勝手に入ったら痴漢扱いされちゃいますよ。それともまさか覗きに行くつもりですか？許しませんよ、浮気だけは。
Oh, and by the way, the person that brought up Kyoka Kitasaki, I do remember that name. I most certainly do. Also, measure her dress. Are we talking a wedding dress?
浮気って。
あ、そんな、なんてつれない方なんでしょう。初めて会った時におっしゃったじゃないですか。これから僕がずっとサポートさせていただきますって。あれはプロポーズじゃなかったのかしら？
Beatrice, leave the poor boy alone.
いや、それは業務としてというか。
まあ、どうしましょう。カイさんが私を捨てるつもりだなんて。今にも胸が張り裂けそうです。
Oh my god.
僕は決してキルヒアイゼンさんを。
ベアトリス、
ベアトリスを。
悪い、カイニさん。俺、ちょっとタバコ吸ってくるわ。
Are you sure that's appropriate?
待ってくれよ、シロー君。
Don't leave me!
これで邪魔者は消えましたね。
Run!
さあ、いよいよ年貢の納め時というやつですよ。ここまで来たらいっそのこと私たちも便乗して。
Oh my god. Dude, fucking run!
ここに永遠の愛を。
Well, wait a second.
色ぼけてんじゃねえ、この妖怪ババア。
I have no fucking idea, dude. I think it is.
The sound of a door being kicked open finally jolted my consciousness awake, and I found myself momentarily blinded by the light that suddenly intruded the chapel. It'd probably take a while until my eyes would get used to this. Just another gift of old age. In any case, it seemed like the chastity of that amiable man was saved by this new intruder.
シローから聞いてきてみりゃ、また懲りもせずにこのセクハラババアは。カイさんもどうせこんなのからかってるだけなんだから真面目に相手しなくていいんだって。
いや、ごめん。
ちょっと、あなたは相変わらず目上に対する口の利き方がなっていませんね。私はともかくカイさんにはもっと敬意を払いなさいと言ったでしょ。
そういうことはあんたが慎み覚えてから言ってくれよ、頼むから。
本当にああ言えばこういう子です。今日からようやく形だけでも一人前になるというのに、そんなことではレアちゃんを幸せになんてできませんよ。
Oh, this is totally Ren and Rei's wedding, isn't it?
そりゃすみませんね。こういうところはがっつり誰かさんに似ちゃったもんで残念ながら。
Their laughs sounded almost like intimidating growls. Yet that was precisely what made the two seem so alike. I suppose it was true what they said. Whoever actually raised you were your real parents. Honestly, this didn't seem like a very good time to wake up. Perhaps I should continue my sleeping act until things calmed down. But just as I was about to close my eyes...
あ、アンナさんが目を覚ましたみたいですよ。
あら。
Seriously? I couldn't fake being asleep with everyone's attention on me. Oh, this was Anna's perspective. Oh my god. I gave up and began to rub the sleepiness out of my eyes.
カイ君、あなたはいい子だけれど、たまに空気読まないわよね。
え？あ、そうですか。すみません。
Poor little guy's getting picked on today.
いいわよ、冗談。実はちょっと前から目が覚めてたし。誰かさんのバカ話でね、ベアトリス。
あらひどい。私のせいですか、アンナさん。
だってあなたのせいなんだもの。
Both the fact that I'd seen an old memory in that dream and that waking up simply offered a continuation of it. It was all thanks to having a friend like her. I now lived in the future that he gave us.
じゃあもう一度確認しときたいんですけど。
The exact same voice and features. It had already been 4 years since I first met the boy, but the resemblance would still shock me. He truly was a spitting image of him. The likeness of the two seemed to transcend things like blood relations, almost as if they really were the same person.
レアの希望で、バージンロードはひいおばあさんの友達だった2人のどちらかに頼みたいって話です。本当ならそれで型がつくことなんですけど。
君も一緒に歩くんだよね。
まあ、なんでか知らないけどそういうことです。ガイさんからも言ってくださいよ。野郎のバージンロードとか果てしなく間違ってますよ。
Even after all these years, I'm still completely blind on how the whole situation's supposed to, or how the whole arrangement's supposed to be.
男が今さらごちゃごちゃ言うんじゃありません。
Oi, I'm going to complain about the fly in my soup. You shush.
ちょっと、誰のせいでこんな面倒をアンナさんに頼むことになったと思ってんだよ。あんたが。 一緒に歩くならレアちゃんとがいいわとかわがまま言うから。
だって私まだ結婚を諦めていませんのよ。だから間近で今後のためにもじっくり観察したいと思いまして。
Oh my lord.
これだよ。マジ気ぃつけてカイさん。
Yeah.
あ
ほんとすみませんアンナさん。
いいえ、私も楽しみよ。
Indeed, under normal circumstances, the parent that raised him should be the one to be next to him. Even for the sake of an old promise, I no longer had that right. So naturally, nothing good would come from him learning my identity at this point. Only Beatrice knew the truth, and there weren't enough words in the dictionary to express the sheer level of gratitude I felt towards her. Oh, Ren does not even...
ありがとう、ベアトリス。
いえいえ、どういたしまして。
Despite her looks, she possessed a shrewd mind, so no doubt she'd already figured out the other reason why I kept my identity hidden from him. Aww.
私、幸せよ。夢だったの、これが。
I could see Lotus in him, and not just in terms of his physical appearance. I was still alive. I spent my life facing forward, surrounded by light, all in order to meet him one more time. I didn't want him to look at me as a great-grandmother. I wanted to think of myself as just another girl who chased after that elusive, ephemeral moment of bliss. And I had finally managed to catch up to it. That alone was my one and only wish, my true craving. I felt bad for Rhea, but I hoped she wouldn't be angry with a harmless old crone indulging in a daydream. For this brief moment, my heart would once again be that of a young maiden.
じゃあ行きましょうかアンナさん。
I took his hand, and with the courage everyone helped me nurture over the years.
愛してるわ、ロートス。
Huh. I finally managed to voice the feelings I'd kept locked up in my chest these past 70 years, offering each word to his soul. Aww. Oh. Ooh, this song sounds different, I think. Actually, already this looks... Actually, this is different from the standard anime, or the credits. Gee, Yusuke, you're a goddamn lunatic, and you're amazing, dude. This one felt like a very good, you know, satisfying end for the tale of Anna Schwarzenegger. It felt really good, honestly. And that shit was actually really cute. Oh, do not put me in the bad mindset. That was moderately terrible. You show all these cute images and you immediately go back to the bad part. Why did you do this? Why did you do this? You go back to the horrifying movie to do Saga. How dare you? There we go, much happier. There we go, that's much nicer. But yes, these past couple routes definitely gave like a lot more development toward Rusalka, and I'm happy that it actually did, because I learned quite a bit more about her in a way, and it actually helped kind of change my opinion of her a little bit. Now, there's one more thing we gotta do. Let's finish this. May old promises be fulfilled.
でね、ついに念願叶ったのはいいんだけどさ、のっけから現実がハードすぎてさすがにへこみそうなんですよ。
Oh!
こう、学校ってもうちょっと楽しいとこだったはずなんだけど。
Well then!
立場が変わればそりゃね。
I suddenly came to from a momentary daydream.
それは分かってるんだけど、やっぱり釈然としないものがあるんだよ。今時の子たちってなんか妙に冷めてるっていうか、覇気がないというか。
For real, I hardly recognized Kasumi, honestly.
私的にはもっとガツンとぶつかってきてほしいわけ。例えるならインファイト、そんな感じで関係したいと思うんだけど。
Crazy what a change of hairstyle can do.
現実はアウトボクサーだらけだったと。
それならまだマシ。むしろ狙撃兵の集団みたいな。関わり方に熱がないんだよ。感情見えなくて困っちゃう。
You probably can't feel anything because you keep beating them to death with your kendo sword.
ねえ、聞いてるレアさん。え、あ、はあ。
I gave her a vague nod to hide the fact that I was dozing off. This one time, my normally lazy and expressionless face seemed to have served a purpose. Kasumi's expression, on the other hand, would undergo a rapid and drastic changes in the span of mere seconds. I didn't mean that in a negative sense, but people like her really notice subtle changes in others. She had a knack for reading people's hearts, but that was about it. To tell the truth, I wasn't quite sure if she'd find her teaching position all that comfortable at all. Teaching? Teaching? She gonna be a teacher? I heard kids these days were more delicate compared to our times.
でもそういうジェネレーションギャップはいつの時代だってあるもんでしょう。私らだって同じようなこと言われてるはずだし。実際ばあちゃん連中はこっちから見たら妖怪だし。
To be fair, generational gaps are kinda crazy.
ああ、うん、確かに。
お兄さんは骨身に染みているだろうね。
Yep, considering what he's putting up with. Sakurai's expression clouded over as she recalled that her own family was involved with taking care of that so-called species. As a younger sister, she probably had fairly mixed feelings about her brother being courted by a lady 50 years his senior. My boyfriend kept saying those were only half jokes and that we shouldn't pay much attention to them, but that only made me worried about the fact that they also contained at least some bit of truth. My imagination would sometimes get the better of me, and I'd already lost count of the number of times I woke from a nightmare relating to just that. Poor girl. Although, I couldn't deny that a part of me would find it fun if things turned out that way. Sakurai was a bit sharper than Kasumi, so I tried to keep my wicked thoughts about her brother a secret. That way I could enjoy my daydreams longer after all.
何かよからぬこと考えてません？
She is. I won't lie to you. Most because I know you can kill me. Repeatedly.
私は至ってジャスティスな人。
We know that's bullshit.
それ、自分の正義にだけ忠実だって言ってるように感じるんですが。まあ、ともかく、兄さんはなんだかんだで喜んでると思いますよ。困ってるのも確かでしょうけど、あれはあれで、綾瀬さんが言うところのインファイトだから。
それもガチのね。
そういうこと。で、そんな兄さんが言ってたんだけど、綾瀬さん、世代なんか関係なく、何かわからないのが近づいてきたら、誰だって普通は逃げる。だから、間合いが縮まらないと感じるのは、それだけ相手に信頼されてない証だってことらしいわよ。
She kinda got ya. Kasumi might have been conscious of that herself. She simply made a pained expression and fell silent.
まあ、この子は体育会系だから。
Fair enough. She was the type that'd face her foes head on without even thinking of running away. I could totally see her declaring with a straight face that people needed to clash their hearts against one another in order to build trust. Not like there was anything wrong with that, but there were as many correct answers as there were people. Her main hurdle as an educator would probably be to learn that kind of flexibility.
いろいろ大変だと思うけど、あまり気負わない方がいいんじゃないかな。あのおばあちゃんだって体育会系だし、それで児童施設の園長とかやってたんだから、きっと大丈夫だよ。
私あんな風になっちゃうの？
In the Marie route you did!
問題あるの？
I was trying to cheer her up, so I didn't know how to take that kind of a mixed reaction. We were talking about the same old lady who brought up my boyfriend.
なるほど。
Ellie, however, made an understanding smile.
多分あんたそんなんだから男できないんよ。だってあのばあちゃんも独身だし。
Oof. Right, I didn't think of it that way.
なんじゃそりゃ！またあなたはすぐそうやって余計なことを。
That's just kind of how Himuro rolls, honestly.
我ながらすっごい的確なツッコミ入れたつもりなんだけどね。むしろ的確すぎてやっちゃったみたいな。
何よ、何なのみんなして。大体私の職場の悩みがなんで男関係の話題にすり替わっちゃうのよ。
いや、それを言うならそもそもからして、
この場でレアさん相手に仕事の愚痴を始める方がおかしいというか、そこからしてもういろいろとダメというか。
こういう話の方が今日は自然ってもんでしょうよ。
And with that, Ellie did the last button on my back. Honestly, she had a point.
うん、ありがとう。似合うかな。
Thumbs up. I spun around to show off the dress, waiting for everyone's reaction. Honestly, I was too embarrassed to look in the mirror.
ええ、とってもよく似合ってますよ、レアさん。
いいね。さすがクォーターだけあって衣装負けしていない。
本当に。でもそれを言うなら私だってクォーターだよ。
あんたはそのにじみ出るガサツさがな。
どちらかといえば特攻服の方が似合いそうだし。
そうだね。だからそういう人を探しなさい。
Oh my god.
いねえよ、今時そんなやつ。
I was overjoyed beyond words to have been able to experience this exceedingly special day surrounded by the same old friends I'd always cherished. I wasn't quite sure how Kasumi felt, seeing how she was the constant butt end of our jokes, but I did really treasure this atmosphere. And I was genuinely happy to have her around.
ブーケ、かすみちゃんに向けて投げるから。それで特攻服が素敵な彼と出会える未来をつかみなさい。
Aren't you supposed to throw it from behind, so... I don't know.
いや、だから特攻服のネタはもういいって。だけどブーケくれるって本当に？
うん、そのつもり。あなた気にしないで。私はいいよ。どうせそのうち資料を締め上げるつもりだから。
Good luck.
私も同じく気にせずに。何？桜井さんって彼氏いるの？
Wait, do you?
いないけど。って何よその嬉しそうな顔は。失礼ね。単に考え方の違いってだけ。相手もいないのに漠然と結婚を望むほど想像力が豊かじゃないの。そういうの未来の旦那様にもどこか不実な気がするし。
I ain't touching that.
だいたい私は毎日忙しすぎてそれどころじゃないから。ああ、それを言うなら私もそうか。エリーもね。
You got her hands full with Shiro, dear lord.
医者も警察も先生も激務なところは同じだね。
Oh! Kay became a police officer, huh? Nice. Saving people, protecting people, guiding people. None of them were easy jobs, but I felt like they suited them very well, and I wanted to give my full blessing to their respective career choices. Damn, Kay is a police officer. I can totally see that. Ellie in a doctor's coat, Sakurai in a police uniform, woman's uniform, Kasumi in the suit of a teacher. They look so funny, I can only label the image as moe-tastic. Really?
それに比べて私はニート。なんて勝ち組。
Damn all of those damn internet terms.
女性の地位向上委員会とかその手の団体を本気で敵に回しかねない発言ですね。
Oh god, don't go in that direction.
いいのよ。だって守ってくれる人がいるから。
At the same time, I would protect his day-to-day life. I would give him a family worth protecting. That was my sworn duty as a bride and a guardian of the home.
はいはい。のろけは今後いくらでも聞いてあげるから。そろそろ時間だし気合い入れて。
ある意味女の人生的最大の決戦場なので飲まれないように。
新郎やっちゃうくらいのつもりで。ダメ押しにハートぶち抜いてくる。
Don't go literally, that might cause some problems. So he would remember this day for the rest of his life. So that this day would remain in our hearts forever as the most wonderful of all ephemeral moments.
いざ出陣。
I was a bit nervous, but I wanted to enjoy even that part of the experience as I took the first step in my life at his side. Ah!
君もすごくかっこいい。
In sickness and in health, in joy and sorrow, in wealth and poverty, none of these mattered to me. I was paying no attention to the priest's speech. All I could see was him, and he too would look only at me. It must have looked a bit silly to a third party, but we couldn't help but exchange these completely obvious vows.
俺は正直全然大したことない男だけど、レアと一緒に生きていきたい。生きるんだってことの意味を誰よりも考えてる人だから。
私もそこは同じだよ。レンはいつどんな時でもその一瞬を誰より大事に考えられる人だから。
We could stand here and list all the things we loved about each other for hours. The same applied to the things we hated.
だから好き。
愛してる。
Till death would do us part? No, not even death would be enough. We'd already left behind our memento mori. I could feel something gentle envelop us, and conveying a promise of eternal bliss. She would watch over our happiness.
ありがとう。
本当にあり。
May our moment of bliss last forever. We both wished for that from the bottom of our hearts. And with that, we are officially done with Irae Amantes Amentes. Alright, so initially I had this idea of trying to convey my final thoughts in some sort of separate video, but I feel like it would make it better if I actually tried to put them all together here right now. Whenever I first started on this novel, I was admittedly scared about it. I did it it wasn't pestering, by the way. It was encouragement to try it out because I saw, like, they weren't spoiler images, but there was some artwork that just blew my mind. That I think they were made by G. Yusuke. I think they were actually, like, around the first pieces of art that I could see of this, and I don't know, something about it just kind of drew me toward actually doing this. Obviously, I'm extremely glad that I did go through with this, even if I did fumble a lot during the earlier parts. Lord knows I fumbled quite a lot. But there was something about this universe that kind of drew me in. Not just the ludicrous amount of artwork And I mean that in an utterly great way, because holy crap. The detail for a lot of the CGs, some of the battles themselves, utterly fantastic. The writing was very concise. I maybe only noticed like 1 or 2 typos throughout the whole thing, but overall, it was utterly fantastic. I'm trying to keep my thoughts together on this. So, where should I even begin? I found myself, I know I relatively didn't like some of the characters whenever I first started experiencing them or getting to see how they, I don't know, how they fit into the whole narrative and all that. But pretty much all of them grew on me in a way, even though I only got to witness Lord Rotorspine for only a small portion of the novel. Everybody knows that Spine is the most powerful. But, the universe itself, I believe that's probably what it was that drew me in. I know I've kind of made a couple of, I don't think I've really made that many comparisons to Tokyo Babel, but those are, I mean, I've read Tokyo Babel, and, but yeah, just, the fucking artwork. But let's see. I think what really started telling me was obviously whenever this first image popped, I'm like, okay, I know I'm gonna be in for some shit. Actually, come to think of it, all the character designs that they have, none of them are necessarily plain. They're all they all have like their own hints of uniqueness to them. Also, Virgin goddamn Mercurius and Reinhard. Oh boy. The villains were definitely colorful, to say the least. I remember somebody in the Discord actually asked me, like, who were my favorite, and the thing is, with a lot of the characters, I can't place one above the other. But whenever I went to kind of pick out, like, okay, what 3 did I end up liking the most? Well, obviously, one of them needed to be Kazik Lube, Wilhelm Ehrenberg. That had to have been a given. There's something about Wilhelm, anytime that he was on screen, he was always having himself a hell of a time. He was having a blast no matter what the fuck was going on, except for the times whenever he got actively pissed off. And I don't think I've ever heard a voice actor actively overload their mic. You know the scene I'm talking about, where his voice was fucking over. I mean, and that's coming from me. I overload my mic quite a lot. I try not to. But my God, you could tell the voice actor for Wilhelm was having himself a hell of a time voicing him, and honestly, that shit was awesome. Also, his character was consistent. Then there's Shiro. Where do I even begin with Shiro? I had that sick feeling whenever I first saw him. I had like this feeling, oh my God, is he gonna be like a bad guy? No, he was a bro through the entire fucking series, the story, and it was great. Like, there was something. Shiro has this odd charm about him. Like, he's an asshole. He's definitely a fucking asshole, but he's an enjoyable one. You know what I mean? And the third character that I put on my top 3, they're not in any particular order here. One of the characters that stuck with me from his very first appearance that I realized it was him, Machina. Deus Ex Machina, or Mihail. That level of mystery around this guy, it kept me so thoroughly invested that whenever I would get like one little bit of extra information about him, I would feel extremely happy that I got to learn a little bit more about this dude. And this final route fully solidified him as by far one of my most favorite of all the characters. I don't know what it was. Also, just his ability. Fucking kills anything! Except for whenever, Ren stops time around himself, but nah. Okay. Now, in terms of the other characters, I also liked the gradual shift of my opinion of some of the other ones, especially like Rusalka. Naturally, fucking terrified of her, kinda hated her quite a lot, but after I started learning a little bit more about her, my opinion of her softened quite a bit, and I'm glad that they actually gave some more. I'm glad that these past 2 routes have given much more focus toward Rusalka. I am very, very happy about that. Except for that one moment that we do not talk about. That was a little bit no. That was no. I needed at least 5 adults for that one. As well as a visit to my doctor again. But the gradual shift of characters like Valeria Trifa, seeing his development between each route. Straight up villain in the first route, still kind of mostly villain in the second route. Third route, some things started to change, and then with it was the Irae route itself that helped fully solidify his change to actively like, no, I'm actually going to help my daughter, basically. That was actually pretty fucking good. I actually really liked that. And the same thing with Lisa. She really didn't get that much in the earlier parts, but these past couple ones, she actually managed to get a little bit more screen time, and I got to more of a glimpse into her character as well. And I'm grateful for that. Hell, even... Although, where do I even begin with Eleanor and Schreiber? Oh boy. Schreiber had a fucked up past. Holy shit. And I don't want to think back to... Vater and Mater. I don't want to go think about that. As for Eleanor, she's a strong woman. Holy shit. I'd say she's hot, but the joke kind of wrote itself on that one. But another thing that really sold this to me was just, like, almost all the voices, they were perfectly in character. Like, you could tell that they were truly, like, the voice acting had its A game. I think all of the voice actors seemed to truly enjoy what they were doing. And you could tell by how in character they were. Like, the voices for Mercurius and Reinhard, freaking great. Also, the not-so-subtle twist about what Mercurius was. I had, like, my suspicions, especially with how he says, he had, like, this, he was writing the whole thing. I kind of had that feeling that we knew what he was. He was basically God. But overall, it was those two characters and their relationship, and it was really well done. Like, Reinhard as a villain was interesting. He wasn't all too... how do I put this? Usually when you think of villains and I think actually I was talking to Setsuna about this. Whenever you think of villains, sometimes the name Frieza comes up, but Reinhard does it better. And whenever somebody that's stronger than him shows up, or somebody whose strength is actually pretty high up, he actively respects them. But Reinhard does. And I'm glad, because it kind of shows, like, Reinhard is a really well-written villain, honestly. Actually, coming to think of it, pretty much everybody is well-written, I think about it. Damn. Now, as to which routes that I truly like the most, it's kind of a tough choice between the Irae route and the Marie route. Because both of them, they both have their positives. With the Marie route, it's basically a all-encompassing, everybody is happy. It is the dream world where everybody is happy and all that. It's even up to a point where some of it does seem a little odd. You know, in some regard, that all the villains got their own little happy little life and they're all living in the same time period and all that stuff. But there's also another good charm considering the Irae route's ending. Specifically because it's as if the world itself did not have Mercurius's involvement in it whatsoever. Everybody died the way that they were well, I mean, not necessarily without interfere. They did kind of add a little, or I think Reinhard did kind of have a little bit of a push trying to affect some things to kind of work out in Ren's favor and all that stuff, but overall, it was a world where Mercurius did not fuck everything over in a way. And everybody was in their place where they were supposed to be. But it still worked out in a much happier way. So I can see the joy, I can see the draw picking between the Irae route and the Marie route. But honestly, for me, it's a very tough call. I cannot really pick between which ending I truly like the most. I mean, there are some negatives because technically Ren is immortal in the Marie route. But here, in the Irae route, everybody has a normal, happy life. Reinhard didn't get to go on to become the Golden Beast. He died as a man. Eleanor got to also die as a woman. She did not die. She did not become emblazoned. She did not become consumed by the eternal flame. But so it's like I said, it's really kind of hard for me to pick between which route that I like the most. My opinions on each route, though, they vary a little bit. Like, I will agree, the ending to the Kasumi route, extremely bittersweet, and almost, it's pretty much what it was. It's basically a bittersweet bad ending. Because basically nothing in the end was solved, and when Reinhardt comes back, you're fucked. No powers. The Sakurai route was still a pretty good one, but it still had that gut punch feeling because you knew that it wasn't over. While the Marie route and the Irae route had that more sense of finality. I would consider both of them to be utterly fantastic good endings. It just really falls into what your personal feelings are, which one you actually like the most. The use of the Onanerbe, or how the Onanerbe worked, were freaking good. It's really hard for me, again, because I liked all of them, it's kind of hard for me to pick. But in terms of what my favorite Onanerbe might have been, I would say it would have to definitely be Wilhelm's. The ability to basically create an entire environment that basically siphons the life out of you and only fuels the wielder of it. That sounds utterly horrifying, but it sounds freaking cool at the same time. In terms of broken, in terms of the broken shit, Schreiber's is... No, fucking the Battalion of 3 had the most broken on an airbase to begin with. Fuck you, I can't be touched. Fuck you, I can't miss. Fuck you, you're dead. But, I don't know. And in terms of, like, the music of this whole fucking thing is just phenomenal. Like, just choosing between stuff like Lest Battalion and shit like that, it's next to impossible. I pretty much love all the music, especially Lohengrin. I freaking love this song too, just, it's kind of like a guilty pleasure one for me. As for all of the others, again, it's so fucking hard to pick. But, the music itself of this is actually pretty darn good. Also, due to copyright claims, I discovered that, yes, some of the music is actually based off of Mozart. So, unironic thank you for that, I guess. And because of this, I kind of started listening to a couple of Mozart's pieces like Requiem. But, good lord, just... This entire novel, aside from the moments where where I was just kind of a little squeamish, you guys know what the moments I'm talking about is, but I kind of got a little bit over it in the later routes. Like, it didn't really bother me as much, I would think. I hope. I kind of hope. But honestly, I'd probably rate the entire experience that I started a year ago, from start to finish, if I had to give this damn novel, this perfectly damn great novel, a singular score, I don't think I would be able to. I want to say a 9.5, but like, that would in itself would make it a near perfection, but I don't know. This is definitely this is equal to how much I thoroughly loved Umineko. This and Umineko and Fata Morgana, by the way. Those three are basically the top dogs. Nothing has ever been... Okay, Dies Irae is now in the same category as Fata Morgana and Umineko in that nothing has been able to top them yet. They are in that holy area that nothing has been able to get over at this point for me. And that's just my personal opinion on this. And I feel bad. I feel bad that this is pretty much it. From what I understand, there is a couple of sequels, but they haven't, Yes! Oh wait, no, don't play this, don't play this. I swear if that plays, I'm gonna get in so much trouble with copyright. But, oh god, I lost my train of thought there. But, I know there's like a sequel novel, but there's not really much of a chance of it being translated. I think, correct me if I'm wrong. From what I understand, the company itself kind of had to be shut down, which that's really unfortunate. And I'd say I still have one more bit of DS Irae experience that I have yet to go through, and that is Interview with Kaziklu Bay. We're not going to jump right into that because there's another series that I want to get started on. But probably after that, we'll jump right into that, by the way. I kind of don't want to end this here because it's gonna hurt having to write down finale for this video, you know? It's gonna kind of hurt. Because I just thoroughly enjoyed this so much. And you guys have pretty much made it that much more enjoyable, you know? I mean, the DS Irae fandom has shown, like, I was flabbergasted by the amount of support that I was receiving. It's very much similar to the support that I had received with Umineko. And both of those fandoms, especially the DS Irae fandom, you guys have just done nothing but show me absolute support, and I could not be more grateful for that. Honestly, you guys made this as fun. I'm having a hard time coming up with the proper words to kind of show how grateful I am for your guys' support. And I feel like I should probably just kind of leave it there then. This was a fantastic experience. You guys made it that much more fun, that much more enjoyable. And I just want to say thank you. And with that, DS Irae is complete. So, thank all of you very much for your thank you very much for your support. And I know I said this already, but whenever I wanted to take a break, seriously, guys, thank you very much for letting me do that. That only just made things infinitely better for my entire experience through this. But thank you all very much for watching, and well, I will definitely see all of you guys next time, and thank you once again for watching.